I pity him. Pity him and what he stands for, what he represents, what he is, what he's done. And I pity the beating that he's going to have to endure on April 26th. I did what I needed to do. I embarrassed a drug cheat, which is what is needed in this sport. We can't let these people, not be accountable for their actions. We can't let them cheat, get caught cheating, and then act like it's okay and I'm cleared and I can't say why, but no. If you get caught with drugs in your system, especially in a fight against me, then the minimum you're going to receive is an egg across your face.
Chris Eubank Jr. isn't holding back when it comes to Conor Benn, and ahead of their highly anticipated fight, he's making it crystal clear he's here to expose Benn for the drug cheat he is. Eubank didn't just win a fight the first time around. Humiliated a man who was caught red-handed, and he's not backing down from calling it what it is. He's adamant that in this sport, there's no room for cheaters, and they can't be allowed to skate by without facing consequences when you get caught with drugs in your system, especially in a fight against me. The minimum you're going to get is an egg across your face. Eubank warns this is more than a fight. It's a statement. Eubank is sending a bold message to Benn and everyone else in the sport. Cheating won't be tolerated, and no one's going to let it slide without repercussions. I'm
not going to say I hate because that's too powerful of a word, but extreme dislike. I don't know how that's going to affect my performance, how it's going to affect my training. Maybe it'll be better, maybe it'll be worse. We're going to find out.
I'm not going to say I hate because that's too powerful of a word, but extreme dislike. I don't know how that's going to affect my performance, how it's going to affect my training. Maybe it'll be better, maybe it'll be worse. We're going to find out. Chris Eubank Jr. might.
I'm clear to people by a lot smarter than you.
What does it mean?
You have the IQ of a 5-year-old child.
Does that mean that the drugs weren't in your system?
I've been cleared. Done.
There you go.
That's it. No, you keep going on, but I've been cleared.
The entire public wants to know why
but that's the truth.
There were performance-enhancing drugs in your system.
Not say it outright, but let's face it. His hatred for Conor Benn is palpable. He's not holding back, admitting a level of extreme dislike that will undoubtedly impact the fight in ways we can't even predict. The real question here is, how much? Will this personal vendetta affect his performance? Will it make him sharper and more dangerous? Or will it cloud his judgment and throw him off his game? One thing's for sure, Eubank isn't just fighting Benn. He's fighting the ghost of betrayal and disrespect. And let's not forget, this is a man who's been calling out drug cheats left and right. So does he have something to prove here, or is it all just fuel for a fiery emotional breakdown in the ring? The animosity is clear, but the outcome? Well, that's the controversy. We're all waiting to see. What do you think? Will Eubank be able to rise above the drama? Or will this personal vendetta cost him the fight? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like the video.
People who are a lot smarter than you, Chris.
Listen, I'm sure they are. I'm a fighter.
Oh, well, exactly.
I'm not an academic.
Well, that's it.
But one thing I do know is you are a judge.
What I do know is you're an idiot.
There's no way around
fight because you owe someone.
Chris Eubank Jr. publicly criticizing Conor Benn regarding the allegations of drug use in the context of the quote. Eubank is questioning Benn's defense after testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs, challenging the justification that he was cleared and calling it a weak excuse. Eubank is calling out Benn's credibility, implying that just because he was cleared by some authorities doesn't erase the fact that drugs were found in his system. He's also mocking Benn's repeated statements and the lack of a solid explanation, emphasizing that the public still wants to know the real truth behind the situation. Essentially, Eubank is saying that being cleared doesn't change the fact that Benn tested positive, and he's frustrated with how the matter has been handled.
Much bigger. Conor Benn's a better fighter. That's it.
Does that make it a complete 50-50 in your mind?
In my opinion, complete 50-50. I don't think Chris Eubank will be able to hold up to what Conor Benn will do in the first 3 or 4 rounds of the fight. If he does, I think he's a big problem in the fight.
In the latest clash between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank, the animosity is on full display, Benn trying to defend himself arrogantly, claims the situation was handled by people a lot smarter than Eubank, attempting to put the issue in the hands of others, but Eubank isn't having any of it. He hits back hard, calling Benn an idiot with no remorse, clearly enraged by the whole drug-cheating scandal. This wasn't just a battle of words, it's two men with egos on the line, each trying to assert dominance. In their own way, while Benn tries to sidestep accountability with his smarter defense, Eubank keeps the focus on the fight plain and simple. The question now is, will this bitter war of words spill into the ring, or is it just a warm-up for the most intense rivalry? Boxing has seen in years, only time will tell, but the tension is unmistakable.
How are we feeling about smashing this geezer to pieces April 20th? Did I tell you something now? I can't wait. I can't wait. I look at you, I look at Nigel. I look at Nigel wants to get in the ring and have a tear up.
You know what? Listen, Chris can say what he wants. The bottom line is, his dad don't even like him. You could not pay that man enough money to sit in this man's corner. Now that's an accomplishment.
Eddie Hearn has sparked major controversy with his bold take on the upcoming Eubank versus Benn fight. According to Hearn, while Eubank may have the physical edge in terms of size, Conor Benn holds the advantage when it comes to pure skill and boxing ability. Hearn insists that this is a 50-50 match, but with a critical caveat: Eubank won't be able to withstand Benn's relentless pressure in the early rounds. If Eubank can survive the storm in those first few rounds, it could be a game changer. But if not, it'll be a serious problem. The fight is shaping up to be an intense battle of wills, where survival in the first few rounds could decide at all. Will Eubank's size be enough to survive Benn's onslaught, or will Benn's sharper skills overwhelm him before he even gets a chance to recover?
You know what? I just can't take him seriously, that's all. Just look at his career. Every time he steps up, he's fouled. Every time. Yeah, you face better oppositions, well done you, but this is the end of your career. This is the end. This is it for you. Wow. I'm 28. Wow. Do you know what I mean? You choose to fight a welterweight.
Eddie Hearn wasn't holding back in the heat press conference between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. His words stoked the fire, even further fueling an already intense rivalry. Hearn's confidence in Benn was clear as he mocked Eubank Jr., claiming that the real issue was Eubank's father. Nigel, according to Hearn, the bottom line was that Nigel didn't even like Chris, a bold claim that cut straight to the heart of the family tension. Hearn insinuated that not even the money in the world could persuade Nigel to support his son in the ring, making it a personal attack as much as a professional one. This isn't just a fight, this is about family loyalty, pride, and survival. The gloves are off, and the war of words between these fighters is only escalating.
I thought it was quite funny, actually. I mean, I am team Benn. Do you know what I mean? I don't think Guy had done that. It's a little bit disrespectful. I don't think Nigel had done it. I certainly don't think Conor would have done it. But I did find it quite amusing, if I'm not going to lie. But
in a fiery exchange Conor Benn made it clear that he believed Chris Eubank Jr.'s career was coming to an end. Benn boldly stated that Eubank's time at the top was over, and that this fight would be the final blow to his fading career with confidence. Benn declared that Eubank had reached his peak and was now on the decline. He didn't just talk about the fight itself, but about Eubank's inability to evolve, saying this would be the moment where he'd finally be exposed. Benn questioned Eubank's decision to toe take on a welterweight and suggested it was a desperate move, showing how much Eubank had to prove. For Benn, this wasn't just about winning, it was about making a statement, showing the world that Eubank's reign was over and that a new challenger was ready to take over. The war of words raised the stakes even higher as Benn aimed to shatter Eubank's confidence and prove who truly belonged at the top. Ricky Hatton didn't hold back when sharing his thoughts on the heated exchange between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. Despite being firmly in team, Ben Hatton found the entire situation to be a bit comical. His loyalty to Benn is undeniable, but even he couldn't ignore the antics surrounding the press conference. Hatton pointed out that while he's backing Benn, the disrespect displayed wasn't something that fighters like himself or even Conor Benn would have done. According to Hatton, fighters with respect for the sport, wouldn't resort to such behavior, and he found the whole confrontation amusing, but still a bit out of line. It shows just how heated things are between the two camps, with emotions running wild. Hatton's take adds fuel to the
fire, making the rivalry even more intense and unpredictable. It's a stark reminder that the stakes are incredibly high in this fight, and the drama surrounding it is far from over. The bad blood is palpable, and fans are eagerly awaiting the showdown.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates.